Coach, obviously a tough game. Could you talk us through the decision to take Jeremy out? Obviously, I'm sure it was a tough one for you to make.
Well, I think it wasn't a tough one. I think Jeremy by no means had his best stuff today. Obviously, with the heat and just didn't seem to be at his best. And we just thought as we got to that point of the game, we had talked it through in the dugout. We knew they had the lefties coming up after the two righties at the bottom of the order. So we had Grauer ready for those guys. He's been very good in that role here the past few weeks for sure. So we just felt it was time. I think we wanted to just get a little better velocity at those guys at the end of the game. We just didn't do a good job locating a secondary pitch down the stretch.
Once again, guys, just use the raise hand function if you have any questions. Ron, go ahead. Ron McKenzie.
Coach, a tough loss for your team. How do you guys get your guys ready for the next game, and who are you going to look to have the ball to start the game?
Well, we're not sure. Obviously, we'll watch this matchup tonight and get a feel of how we go tomorrow. I think the tough thing is, for our guys, every game you play is a learning experience. Obviously, today, I thought there were some moments in that game that we could have done a better job. We come in, we're there in the seventh with bases loaded and an off-speed guy, and it's one of those guys you don't want them to let you put you on the turf, and we do, and we go 6-4-3 and they're out of the inning, then they get the 5 spot. So I think for our guys, you learn from it, you collect all of that, and you got to get ready to play tomorrow. This game is unforgiving. If you get caught sulking, you're going to get it handed to you, and everybody here is more than capable of doing that. So we talked about regrouping quick, kind of getting past it and get ready for tomorrow.
Thanks, Rob. Todd Golden. Fire away. I think you're on mute still, Todd.
Sorry about that. You probably got the bullpen situation you wanted in the seventh inning, but obviously, the performance you wanted didn't work out. Just talk about that portion of the game.
Well, I thought it played out as well as we could have hoped. I know watching Jeremy there in the second and the third and even fourth, fifth, I know he by no means was at his best, and we were just hoping that he could get us into that seventh inning. We felt it was an achievement for him to get there today, especially against their club. We couldn't strike him out, and everything was in play. So we really liked how we lined up down the stretch with Grauer and Finlong. They've been good for us all year.
Do you have anything else, Todd?
Yeah, just kind of go, as far as the offense was concerned, kind of assess Graham McGill, first of all, and his contributions. And, again, you probably got what you wanted out of the offense, and obviously just one run short.
Yeah, I know Coach Smiley and I were talking in the dugout, which we do a lot. About the third or fourth inning, we always come to a number that we feel like we got to get to, and ironically, it was 7. So I think that was a big thing. But even to be at the point we were Grant with the big 2-out hit and another hit to left field for an RBI. Grant's played extremely well the last few weeks, and I knew he'd play well today. Obviously, coming into this as a freshman and catching on this stage is not easy, but I thought he played extremely well. I think he's played extremely well the past few weeks for us.
Thanks, Todd. Ken, did you have another one?
I did. You guys started off hitting the ball real well against Herder. Seemed like you were kind of laying off the breaking ball. Is that the plan to start?
Yeah, we were just trying to hit something that we could see. we wanted to get after him early. We just felt like if he settled in and started landing his secondary pitches, he would be a much larger task for us. So we wanted to handle this fastball around the zone, and I thought our guys did a really good job of, when he left a fastball there to hit, of putting a good barrel on it.
And one other thing, obviously a difficult way to end the game. Did Nick think there was 2 outs, or what happened there? Or he lost track of the ball, or?
I think he just thought it was down off the bat. I think it kind of had some carry, which sometimes those die, and sometimes they got a little backspin and keep riding, and I think he got caught.
Thank you.
Rod McKenzie, you have another one for us?
Hey, Coach, going back to Herter, I think he threw 50 pitches through the first 2 innings. And were you surprised that he was able to settle in like he did in those 6 innings?
No, I think both pitchers had to adjust early on to the zone. I think both would probably tell you they would like to get a few of those areas that maybe they typically get, as opposed to, you throw that championship plate and it gets a little tighter. So I think for both guys early, it was adjusting to the zone, how tight the zone was, a little higher zone, not so much the low pitch. But I think both those guys, once they did, made good adjustments to kind of hang around and keep their teams in the game.
Todd, did you have another one?
I'm good.
Awesome. Any other questions for Indiana State? All right. Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thanks,
Really
guys.
appreciate it.